everyone, welcome back to Live, Love, Beach to Bay. It's Debbie, your friendly, neighborly Coastal Delaware realtor who is not only stopping by to say hello and to really educate, inform, and inspire you about life in Coastal Delaware. Remember that I live here, I play here, and I work here. But today's topic is really one that is unbelievably near and dear to my heart. So I've mentioned a time or two that I chose Coastal Delaware because I am extraordinarily active and really enjoy being outside. So today I'm really going to focus on two of my favorite outdoor activities, running and biking, both of which I do in Coastal Delaware. And while I've been running for a number of years and biking for a number of years, and I've mentioned that I raised my family outside of Philadelphia, and I was personally born and raised in New England, I have just found Coastal Delaware to be not only picturesque, but safe, intriguing, limitless, possibilities for running and biking. And I'm really going to take you on a journey today and highlight where I run, where I bike, and how I'd love to encourage all of you to take the journey with me. And if you're inclined, when you're in Coastal Delaware, hit me up. I'm always up for a new running partner or a new biking partner. First off, let's talk about why Delaware is so perfect for my two favorite outdoor activities. So first and foremost, Delaware is extraordinarily flat. Now there are a few bridges, and actually the Indian River Bridge is one that I do enjoy going over, and it can, it's not arduous, it's not, terribly high, it's actually incredibly picturesque, but it is a bridge. So that's probably one of the few hills that I do run or bike over. But the other thing that we've got here in Delaware is this unbelievably, mild climate. It's almost a year-round climate that allows for running and biking outside. So, which if I could be outside if there were 8 days of the week, I'd be outside 8 days of the week. So, it's flat, it's picturesque, whether you want to run through quaint towns, whether you want to run on, Route 1, which is also called Seashore Highway, whether you want to run through some nature preserves, whether you want to bike in all of the above, whether you are a road biker, whether you are an off-road biker, it really depends on what moves you and what really encourages you to get outside. But, it is also extraordinarily pedestrian friendly. So whether it is, Delaware was actually rated in the top 10 states in the nation as a bike-friendly state. And that's really important to me. I am one of those individuals, and we'll mention this a little bit later. I do not get on a bike without a helmet. So I know there are some people that say, oh my gosh, those helmets are just not attractive, etc. But at the end of the day, they really are an essential part of road biking for me. So let's dive into some of those top, and actually many of the running trails are also bike trails. So for example, Cape Henlopen Park, which is a park that not only do I run and bike through, but I've also done many a race there. So Cape Henlopen Park is actually part of the race course for the Coastal Running Festival, which is in April. It's also part of the Rehoboth Running Festival, which is in December. So two completely different times of the year, but Cape Henlopen Park is an integral part of that race course for both those events. And it really does afford you unbelievable running and biking options. A lot of the course is fine gravel or kind of fine cinder. And again, great for running, great for biking. And you can absolutely enjoy the scenery on both sides. So we talked a little bit about Cape Henlopen Park, and I really wanted to just take another moment to talk about, you're going to be running through dunes and meadows and maritime, I wouldn't call them forests, but obviously wooded area. But then if you think about, and really enjoy Cape Henlopen, there's several other fabulous trails. There's Gordon's Pond, which actually is on the other side of the bridge, a little bit closer to where I call home. And Gordon's Pond is, again, just picturesque. You're running through some dense wooded area, and all of a sudden you break out and you're in a meadow, and then before you know it, you're running next to one of the wonderful canals. So, and those are just two examples: Cape Henlopen, Gordon's Pond, and then there's Assawoman Trail, and that's exactly what it sounds. It is pronounced Assawoman Trail, and that is really more of a rustic and much more of a nature trail. Got to be a little careful in there. Going to run over some roots and things like that. But those are just three examples of the beautiful trails. So, whether you're running through, charming Bethany Beach or vibrant Rehoboth Beach or charming Lewis, etc. But those are the picturesque towns that you can run through. But the trails are just stunning. Switching gears a little bit from running to biking, and biking is something I truly enjoy as well. I spend a lot of time biking on, we call it Route 1, Seashore Highway, etc. And it's got unbelievably wide shoulders that are really designed for, you never want to bike side by side. You obviously want to, you want to be in a line, etc. But this is a great way you can bike from literally the Delaware border all the way to, through Bethany, through Dewey, through Rehoboth, all the way up to Cape Henlopen Park. But there's also the Breakwater Junction Trail, which is now connecting neighborhoods and really can take you all the way out to Milton and beyond. And there are plans to really extend that trail even farther. So many of the communities in the Lewis and Rehoboth area actually have access to that trail. So it's pretty exciting stuff going on for those that are biking. I want to take a few moments just to talk about the safety issues. And I think safety is extremely important when you choose to do outdoor activities like running and biking. When I, literally get dressed and go outside to run, I'm absolutely wearing reflective clothing. So I want to make sure that I can be seen. You obviously know that you run and walk against traffic and you bike with traffic, but I always make sure that I am clearly visible. If I am out very, very early in the morning and it's a little bit dark, I make sure that I've got reflective clothing and even a headlamp. So I've been known to wear a headlamp. Look a little odd, but quite honestly, I'd rather be safe, look a little odd, and feel comfortable that motorists and or occasional animal can see me. From a standpoint of biking, talked about the fact that I don't get on a bike without a helmet. I also, have clip-in shoes. Same thing, I am wearing always reflective clothing. I do not wear earbuds when I either run or bike. Now, I happen to love a good podcast, love great music, etc. But I have bone density headphones that literally go around my ear. They tap into the bone right behind my ear so that I can hear music, podcast, etc. But my ears are not blocked so that I can hear traffic, oncoming motorists, other cyclists, other runners, and again, that occasional animal that you're going to get in Sussex County, Coastal Delaware. So I just think it's important to talk about having the right gear, being safe, visible, and seen by everyone, whether you are biking or running. And this includes if I am running, off-road, if I'm running on a trail, etc., I want the same thing. I literally would rather look like a neon sign and be confident and safe than wear, one of my favorite colors in my paint box happens to be a lot of black attire. But that is not what I choose to wear when I'm out on the road or on the trails running or biking. So events and groups for runners and cyclists, I have always enjoyed participating in both running events and cycling events. And a number of years ago, I even participated in an occasional triathlon. Haven't done that in a little bit, but maybe that's on the bucket list as well. I mentioned the Coastal running event in April. That is obviously a huge event that is now starts and ends in Rehoboth Beach, along with the Rehoboth Marathon, which is obviously the December event, and that is a not to be missed event. But there is, truthfully, from about April through October, a 5K almost every weekend. You'll find them in Dewey, you'll find them in Rehoboth, you'll find them in Lewis, you'll find them the Seashore Striders, another wonderful organized running group. From a standpoint of biking, there are also great bike, I don't call them races, I call them events. There's one in April and there's also one in the fall, but there's also a myriad of other events that are going on. But I can tell you that this is a vibrant, active, coastal community. So there's always someone to run with, someone to bike with, someone to chat with. I often say to people that I've got a couple of topics that you almost need to zip me up. Obviously, real estate is one of them, but running and biking are two of the other ones. So lots of great events to participate here and get you out with like-minded individuals. So whether you're a seasoned athlete or whether you're just starting out, I would really encourage you to consider Delaware as a wonderful complement if you are looking for, already engaged in, or just pining about an active lifestyle. Just to recap, great flat terrain, so perfect for running or biking. Fabulous, close to year-round, picture-perfect weather. No reason to say it's too cold, it's snowing, it's frosty, etc. Really, the only time that I don't go out for a run specifically is if it is below 30 and I've got some concerns about black ice. But, putting all of that aside, active lifestyle, running, biking, and so much more. Live, love, beach to bay. Click the subscribe button. New content coming weekly. And this was a little sidebar, just another enticement for why I have living the good life here in coastal Delaware. I live here, I play here, and I work here. And in totality, I absolutely love it.